Thank you, Yanina. Good afternoon. Like Yanina said, my name is Jesus Castro. I'm 17 years old, a junior at Balboa High School in San Francisco, and a recent graduate of the Coro Exploring Leadership Program. Mi historia es mi poder. My story is my strength. Espero que mi historia sea su poder. I hope my story can be your strength. You see, Coro taught me that my life, my story, is something to draw strength from and not be ashamed of. All of the people I met in Coro who shared their lives, their love, and their knowledge with me changed my life. And I would like to share that story with you today. I came here from Mexico when I was 5 years old. My parents gave up their childhoods, left their families, and a chance at education so that my 3 brothers and I can have a better life. My mom started working in Mexico when she was 9 years old. And my father came here by himself to work as a roofer from 6 a.m. to 5 p.m. every day in the hot sun. Because my parents were working all the time, I found support in the streets with kids in gangs who would cut school and hang out on the block up on 24th and Mission. During 6th, 7th, and 8th grade, the people I called family was my gang on the streets. And before Coro, I believe that's where I would die, in the streets or in prison. But I remember the turning point when my story started to change. I was involved in a gang fight, and these guys who supported me, who said they were my family, left me standing alone. And at that moment, I was scared, confused. I didn't know what to do. I felt like I had nobody. I was being torn between 2 worlds, 2 stories. And that's when I learned about the Coro Exploring Leadership Program. I applied because I was ready to change my life, and I just knew that Coro was going to help me do that. When I got accepted, my dad was so proud. He told all his friends that I got into a leadership program. He would exaggerate the number of people that applied. Something like, Jesus was selected out of 1,000 other students. He loved it, and I loved it. In Coro, they challenge you from beginning to end. I learned to think critically and work with people I would have never met. I was pushed to open up, to tell others my story, like I am right now. One of the most powerful experiences I had at Coro was in my internship with the San Francisco Public Defender's Office at Juvenile Hall. Working there hit me incredibly hard. I would see the inmates, kids my age, hugging their families for the first time in a year. That could have been me. My Coro internship supervisor was Probation Officer Quansa Morton. He was more than a supervisor. He became like a brother. I saw how hard he worked, how much he cared about helping kids, and I was hooked. After graduating from Coro, I went back to school, and I tried to join an academy focused on law. But they told me I couldn't because it was full. But I kept pushing. I was in that Coro mindset that nothing was going to bring me down. Nothing was going to stop me. So I used what I learned in Coro and organized students and teachers to advocate to another class. And they did. I'm now in the Law Academy. I'm on the honor roll, and I've enrolled in AP classes for next year. Outside of school, I was also a youth facilitator for the Coro After School program, where I got to teach 9th and 10th graders how to get their voices out and how to make a change at our school. I know it's not going to be easy, but after Coro and after all the people that I've met, I know I can go to college, go to law school, and pass the bar. I'll be able to help my parents and others who showed me that hard work and sacrifice really pays off. Thank you, Mom. I will return to Juvenile Hall as a lawyer to help kids like me, to tell them my story, porque mi historia es mi poder. My story is my strength. Espero que mi historia sea su poder. I hope my story can be your strength. Thank you for listening, and thank you for supporting Coro so we can support others like me.